So today we are going to be doing chicken and waffles. I'm doing the Italian. My son got me this head wrap from Italy, so we're doing it today. So we are doing chicken and waffles, and Robert Irvine gave me the idea because he did that on one of his Restaurant Impossibles, so that's what we're doing. And because one of my girls sent me a waffle maker, Estelle, and so this is waffle week. So we are doing waffle recipes. If you see the red live in the upper left hand corner, that means we are live. If you do not see the red live, that means you are watching the replay. Please do hashtag replay in the comments below. Okay, so we're going to get this party started. And the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to make our chicken gravy. Our chicken. So, you get one rotisserie chicken, which I did, and you pull it off the bone, so it's just the meat. And that's what we did. Okay, so now I'm going to turn you guys around so that you can see the pan and you can see what we're doing, and I'll turn the lights on so that you can see. Let me put you guys back here somewhere. Whoops. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to turn on the light. There we go. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, let me put you on your little pedestal here. Move you closer. There we go. Okay, so we are going to do the recipe for this is actually, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but this is actually an Amish recipe. So I'm going to do it my way. Y'all already know. I'm trying to get me a brush here. Okay. Y'all already know. So let me read the recipe for you just so you know. So this calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, salt and pepper to season, diced onion, diced green or red bell pepper, chicken broth, milk, and a rotisserie chicken, deboned, which I did. So we are going to start. So in a saucepan, we melt the butter and we're going to add the flour, which is going to make a roux. But in this case, let me get a spoon. Y'all already know. I love to make my ancestors and yours scream. So I'm going to use a little bit of bacon grease because of the flavor. I think it will enhance the flavor. So I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of chicken fat. And then I'm going to, let me locate my butter here. Oh, it's over here. Let me get my butter. So I'm going to use half of the chicken fat. Half of the bacon grease and butter to make the roux with. And the reason I got the chicken grease from yesterday from the, potatoes and, okay, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in there with that. And I'm going to turn this on a medium high. And we're going to melt that, and then we're going to add our flour, and we're going to make a roux. So, yeah. And we're going to make a roux. Okay, so I've got all my ingredients set here. And y'all know how I roll. I like to add my own ingredients. So, one of the things that it does not call for that I'm going to put in there is the Mrs. Dash's chicken seasoning. Because I think that will enhance the flavor of the chicken with the homemade gravy that we're going to make. So, there it is. Okay, and just so when you guys see me adding this, you're not going to say, she didn't tell us about that. What is that? We didn't know. So, I'm telling you, now you know. Glory, glory. Okay. Okay, so this is starting to melt. And to make our roux, And I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic because you all know I like garlic. Somebody's here. It might be the children because Parker and Josie is coming for dinner. I heard a car door. I think it's the children. And then we will have them bring your dinner to you, Todd, because they live in town with you. Near you. Okay, so there's our butter and my bacon grease. If you don't like bacon grease, you don't have to use bacon grease. I, on the other hand, am using it because I know it's going to enhance the flavor. So this calls for 3 tablespoons of flour. I'm using oat flour. You guys already know how I roll. Because oat flour is better for my body. Okay, so I'm going to make a roux. Just like that. Okay, so that's what you call a roux. And a roux, you can make it light or you can make it as dark as you want to. Okay, so make a roux. Then it says to add my onions and my pepper. And then slowly the broth. So this is 1 yellow onion I'm going to add in there that I've diced up. Okay, so there's my onion. And this I did a red bell pepper. So I'm going to add that. And I diced that up real small. Mostly to give it flavor. And later I am going to add some, oh, I think I got that too high. Let me turn that down. I'm going to add, I do have that too high. Let me pull it a little bit first. We don't want burnt roux. Let me add a little bit of my broth to this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to add a little broth, chicken broth. Yeah, just so that, there we go, that's better. Sometimes you have to add stuff because I think I had my heat up too high. Y'all already know. You know I'm still learning. And no, I've never made this before, so yes, we are learning together. Okay, so melt the butter, add the flour and salt and pepper. Okay, so now this is where I'm supposed to add the salt and pepper. So I've got some black pepper over here, and I'm just going to sprinkle some black pepper in there. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt, just because Robert Irvine said you have to, because it needs seasoning. Okay, so there's our black pepper and our salt. But I don't do too much because you know I'm a salt-free person for the most part. And now I'm going to add some of my Mrs. Dash's chicken seasoning. And that's about a teaspoon, just for flavor. Okay, and then we're going to stir that. I know it's hard to see. And I have this turned low. Okay, so I'm going to add my chicken broth. And it calls for 1 cup of chicken broth. So that's about a cup. Just like that. Yeah, now it's easier to see. Okay, and I do have this down on medium. Okay, now to that, I'm adding some garlic paste because I like garlic. The recipe does not call for it, but y'all already know. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic paste for flavor. I just like different flavors. You guys already know. Okay, so, okay. Add the broth, whisking, and then add milk. Okay, so it calls for a cup of milk. So we're going to put a cup of milk. There we go. And it says to whisk. I guess I didn't realize that, so I'm stirring. Add the rest of my milk. Okay. and then bring it to a boil and stir until it's thickened, and then we add our chicken. Okay. So we gotta stir until it's thickened. Put that in the sink. There's my washcloth. I've made a mess. Okay, so we want this to thicken. Put this back here. Get my washcloth. There we go. Okay, see, I spilled it a little bit over here. So there we go. Okay. There it is. Okay, so I gotta continue to stir this until it comes to a boil. I guess I should turn it back up because I got it on medium. Okay, and it says to continue to stir until this thickens, and then we'll turn it off and we'll add our rotisserie chicken meat. Simple, right? I just don't want it to stick. Because at first it started to, because my heat was too high. They do not call me Grace for nothing, y'all already know. And if we need more flour, which we shouldn't because I'm going right by the ingredients, but I've never done this before, and sometimes when you get recipes and they say to do this or do that, that you have to ad lib. What did I do with the lid to the, we have lost the lid. We don't know where the lid, where did we do with the lid for the chicken broth? We do not know. Well, we will find it somewhere. What did I do with it? I do not see it, Sam. I am. I do not see it. Well, heck. What the even heck? Nope, I don't see it nowhere. Well, we'll find it. Okay, so we need this to come to a boil. Wonder why they want us to bring it to a boil before we add the chicken. What do you guys think? It's just the rules? Probably. Okay, let me. Yeah, it's getting nice and hot now. It's going to come to a boil in a second. It smells really good. Oh, that smells so good. So with the rotisserie chicken, I left a little bit of the skin in there because it will give the flavor of the rotisserie chicken in there.
I'm saying you found words for the chicken.
No, I don't know. I'll find it when I'm done here. For the broth. Okay, so it's starting to thicken. I can feel with my spoon. It is starting to thicken, and it's beginning to get ready to come to a boil. See, it's starting back over here. So the boil is starting to begin, and I can feel it. It's thickening up. But we don't want it real thick because we want it to thick enough so that it can just cover the, you know, like a gravy. We want it to like be thick as a gravy. Okay. See, it's starting to boil. It said to continue stirring. So I'm going to continuously stir. I'm not going to stop until it gets to the consistency or the thickness that we need. We need it to be that gravy thickness, and it says it will thicken. I don't know if it matters if I use the oat flour or not. But oat flour is better for us. And that's why, see, it is starting to thicken a little bit though. And if it doesn't, see, it is starting to thicken a little bit. I can always make a slurry and thicken it a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off because I don't want it too thick. And now we add our rotisserie chicken. And I got all the meat from the chicken with a little bit of the skin, as y'all can see, just because the skin has the seasoning of the rotisserie on it, and we want that flavor in our gravy with our chicken. So there's our chicken right there. There we go. And then you just add that chicken, and then we just set that aside. As you can see, that is thickened a little bit, and I think it will thicken more so. And as it sets, the flavor of the rotisserie chicken will, you know, it will kind of season the gravy also that we've made. So that looks really good right there. And I will put a can of peas in it, just because I think the peas would be good with the chicken. I think it would. Okay, so we're gonna set that. Okay, now we're gonna do the waffles. So the waffles, just so that you guys know, the waffle mix I made last night because. So here's our, and I will get our waffle mix. And I'm going to turn you guys around just so that you can see. Let me put this in the drawer, or in the drawer. I'm all right. Actually, I'm thinking I might bring you guys over here because I want to show you. So let's come over here for a minute. I would like to show you guys what I'm going to do with the, I want to get the, and I'm going to use this right here for the batter because I thought, wow, that would work perfectly for me to, see that? So I made my batter up last night, and the reason I made my waffle batter last night is because that is how Waffle House does it. And Waffle House is a waffle place. Am I right? Let me get you guys set. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So, I figured if it's good for the Waffle House, it's good for us. So I did make my batter up last night, and I'm going to pour it in here. Let me plug in our waffle iron. Okay, and one thing I did learn last night is I did some reading. Oops, spilled the flour. I did a little bit of reading on our waffle maker, so I learned a little bit. So I'm going to pour this. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, y'all can see. Okay, I'm going to pour this into here because I think it will make it so much easier to pour it into the waffle maker. Just like that. So I will show you. So there we go. And this is our waffle batter. And I will read the recipe to you. Right there, can you see that? That I used to make this with. And this is the recipe, which I will post with the reel that I make, or the short video. It calls for 2 cups of flour, 5 tablespoons of butter melted, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt. Y'all know I didn't use all that salt. 2 large eggs and 1.5 cups of milk. So there it is. So that is the recipe that I used for the waffle batter itself. Okay, now we're gonna go back over here. I just wanted you guys to see that. So let's go back over here. Let me set you back up so you can see. There we go. I do have my waffle iron plugged in. One of the things that I did read was to, rather than spray, let me get that out from underneath here. I don't want it to melt. There we go. So rather than spray, if at all possible, it said to use a brush and to paint your, like this. It's just better. It doesn't go everywhere. And I guess it's better for the waffle iron. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to paint this on here. Just like that. This was a bear to clean, let me tell you, because you can't immerse it and it doesn't come apart. So I'm going to shut that. And we're going to wait for this purple light to come on. And once that purple light comes on the front, and then it is time to pour our batter in there. So, you know, you have to do it step by step. So that's what we're doing. Let me wipe my little messy mess up. Okay, I got my batter over here. So we're ready. When this turns purple, we're ready. And I'm excited. I am really excited about this, you guys, because it's the first time I've ever made chicken and waffles. Yes, this chicken and gravy looks super good. I think I may have to do a little bit of a slurry, which while we're waiting for that, I'm going to do real quick. Just because I want that to be nice and thick. Let me get a cup or a little bowl. There's a cup. Okay. There we go. And put some water. Or should I use milk? I'm going to use water. Okay, so I have made me a slurry with cornstarch and water while we're waiting for that to heat up. The whole world's in his hands. The Lord is the boss. Thank you, Jesus Christ, you died for us. Call your daughter, Jerry. She tried to call. Tell her I'm live. She knows that. They're supposed to come for dinner. Call Josie. Okay, let me turn this chicken back on because I think that's too thin. I don't like it that thin. I think we need it a little bit thicker. So that's what we're going to do. Pour that slurry in there. We're going to let that thicken a little bit. There we go. I think that'll work. Hope that's enough. I didn't want to do too much. Yep, that's doing it. Yes, it's thickening. We're digging it. Okay, the purple light is on. So now we are ready. Turn it gravy down. Now we're ready to pour our waffle mix in here.
Hold on for a sec. Josie.
Okay, just ask her what? Jerry, I'm alive.
Okay, she's wanting to know if they can take the food to go.
Well, of course they can.
Okay. Well, I ain't got no problem with that.
You could have told them that. You didn't have to ask me. You know it's
Well,
always okay. Whatever they need.
Everyone will come by about 7.
That late?
Yeah, I told her you're fixing it now, so.
They said they'd be here at 6. Where are they?
Where are y'all? Okay.
There.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's good like that, right, you guys? Think that's enough or too much? You guys always
They will
know.
be here in a bit. They were at home.
Oh, they're just being lazy?
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, so then now we gotta shut this. There we go. And lock it. And then, when it's ready, that purple light will come on again. Okay, let me stir our... Yeah, that's thickened a little bit more. That's way better. Okay, let me put some of this stuff up while we're waiting for that to cook. Should have took a picture of it. What the even heck. Okay. All right, did I wipe my mess up? Yes. Okay. That's okay. It's like we're gonna make other ones so we can take pictures. Okay, let me get a plate. Wipe this off. Okay. Let me get a plate. Yep, see it is coming out. I might have used too much. You guys already know. Y'all already know. Oh, it smells so good though. Oh my goodness. It really smells good. It smells just like Waffle House. Oh my goodness. So I did add some vanilla to my waffle mix because I thought the vanilla would make it more yummy. So I did add some vanilla in the waffle recipe. Okay. And I added 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Yep, she's a cooking. Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay, let me get a can of peas here. Jerry! Yeah. I need help. Please. Pretty please. I need a can of them peas down there.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I'm really excited. So while we're waiting on them to cook, let me show you how our gravy is doing. So our gravy's looking pretty good. See, and it is a little thicker. Do you guys think it needs to be thicker? I think that's about good. Thank you. I'm going to add a can of peas to this now. Let me open them. Because I think peas would be good in there. And it will bring color.
I'm saying, peas.
This hurts my wrist.
I could have done that.
Yeah, you could have, but you didn't.
Well, I'm just putting the stuff down.
Okay. Let me drain my peas because we don't want any more liquid in there. There we go. Okay. So our gravy. Do you guys think that's thick enough? I don't know. I'm guessing it probably is. See, I just always panic and think it's never enough. Okay, so I'm going to add, I have a can of sweet peas that I'm going to add to it. Libby's sweet peas. And I think that will add to the gravy with the rotisserie chicken, the onions, and the peppers. And there's our, okay, so that's what goes over the top of our waffles. So there it is. That part is complete. Okay, let me get a dish. Here. So when them are done, okay, because I think they will be done in a second. We're just waiting we go. We're just waiting for that to get done. Okay. That looks good. Okay. And let me get my little... So I looked online, and by the way, I did get my Amazon list fixed. I called Amazon today, and it is fixed for those of you that was asking. Okay, so the purple light is on. Look. Look at our beautiful waffles. Look, y'all. They're so beautiful. Separate them. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do another batch. And while this batch is cooking, we will fix a dish of chicken and waffles for Jerry. For Papa Jerry. Just like that. There we go. And this time I want to take a picture, because I didn't last time. So let me switch places here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to pour our batter. Into our waffle maker, because it is already heated up, so I did not have to close it to allow it to preheat, because it's already preheated. There we go. Isn't that groovy? I'm so excited. I hope he likes chicken and waffles. Let's just make sure we got enough. Y'all already know. There we go. Make sure it's not dripping, because I hate messes. Okay. So let me take a picture. Right there. There we go. Lock it down. Let me get my washcloth. Dishes. Dishes, you guys. Y'all. Okay, see, it is coming across the side a little bit. So I want to wipe that. And I noticed over here, it did also. Okay. Let me set you up here so I can clean up my mess. Y'all already know. Let me rinse my washcloth. And I'm going to refill this. I'm dripping because I had my hands in the dishwater. Okay. Let me get my little scraper, because y'all know. Where's my scraper? Right there. Okay. Waste not, want not. And I have to get my hands down into it to scrape that bottom, because this is a deep. There we go. Thank you, Sonia. I love these. I organized my whole pantry with these, man. I think I got it all. Look at me dripping everywhere. There we go. Okay. water on my hands. Okay. And wipe my mess up. I already know. Okay. So we got this filled again. Let me clean my mess up over here. There we go. So as soon as these ones are done, we will not make any more until the children get here, just so they will have fresh hot waffles. There we go. Just wiping it all down. OCD. Can't handle it. And then we will go make Papa Jerry's dish. So let's do this. I'll set that there. Oops, sorry. Don't call me Grace for nothing. Y'all already know. Sorry. Look, I knocked them down and banged their head. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Chicken gravy's looking mighty fine. Hope it's got good flavor. Okay. Let me get my washcloth because I see more stuff. There we go. Hope it's purple. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this. Oh my, looky, yeah. Look at that, y'all. Looking so good. There we go. I had to get my picture. Okay, what did I do with my lighter? Okay, so now we can pull these out. Look at, they come out just as easy. Look at that, y'all. Just as easy as pie. Okay, I'm going to bring these over here. Okay. Let's bring y'all over here. Okay, we are going to fix the dish. Okay. So there. Do it like that, right? Or should we do it like this? You know, it's all in the presentation. Okay, let me get the chicken. Move them over there. Move this over here. Okay. First, actually, let's do this. Let's do one at a time. Just like that. There it is. Right there. Okay, let me see. I'm going to put a little bit of chives on the top for decoration. Called for green pepper, but I mean green onion, but I know. So let's put a little bit of chives because chives will go good on there. Make sure you can see right there. And I'm going to put a little bit of French fried onion just because I think that will enhance it. Okay, there it is. And that right there is our chicken and waffles. Thank you so much for watching my live. Please share, subscribe to my page, and follow Mama D. God bless you.